In second session, first of all, we shall know about three world. We know our picture in our exhibition is three world, but the picture which is in our exhibition, that is not the complete picture of three world. That is only a partly picture of that original three world. So now the question arises, then what is that complete world, three world? So we'll understand here by this model and picture. You see, this model, this picture is called 2D, two-dimensional, length and breadth. And this is the 3D model of same 2D picture. 3D means length, breadth and depth. And here I have shown sun in the center. So we know the rays of sun come out from all the directions. But now we will understand this by one ray. If we merge the same 3D model into the 2D picture, so in the center I have to show sun here.
Yes.
So now suppose one ray of sun coming out, one ray. But yesterday we saw in the first session that we came to know that here in this universe we have a unique universal law. What is that law? That everything is cyclic. Everything has to complete its own circuit. Second thing is, in our primary school also geometry taught. So in that geometry it is said that no straight line is a straight line. That is a semicircle of a very big circle. So according to these two principles, the ray which is coming out from sun in straight line is not also in straight line. The ray is coming out, and after a long distance it starts bend. It bends.
Oh.
Bend, and one point comes.
Really, it comes back.
Where from the one point comes where from it turns back 180 degree. The ray come out from sun and it starts bending, bend, and one point comes where from it's totally 180 degree turns back. So the point where from it is turning back, that point is the end of the space.
Huh?
That point is the end of the space.
Yeah.
So now the distance where from it has started and turning back, so this distance will be the diameter of that very big circle. And the same distance, this distance will be same for every rays, whether it is coming from this side, that side, anywhere. The distance will be same. It means our corporeal world, this space, is a 3D spherical area, 3-dimensional spherical area. And in the center, sun is there. Sun is in the center of corporeal world. So it means our corporeal world, this space is a 3D spherical area. It means the space is this way round, and this way round. For an example, you take this ball. Inside the ball, corporeal world is there, suppose. And the black, this border, this is the end. In the center, sun is existing. And this space is this way round, and this way round. So that's why this is called a 3D spherical area. Now, this is the corporeal world. Now, out of this corporeal world, everywhere, all around, Brahma element is existing. Brahma element, the incorporeal world. So, incorporeal world is not only in the top.
May.
It is on the top, in the bottom, in the front, in the back, and right and left, all around.
Yes.
It means the Brahma element, incorporeal world, is covering the whole corporeal world.
Yes.
So these are two worlds.
Yes.
Now,
It's just that it is
and it has no
it
end.
has a distance from Earth, but then it's everywhere. It has
Yeah. Brahma element is
Yeah.
all around.
yes.
And it has no end.
No.
No end. It is never ending.
But then the sun, you said the sun is marking the end of space, but it is the matter of space of matter.
Yeah, this is out of space. A
Yeah.
metaphysical entity.
Yeah.
Brahma element
So
is
it's
not,
the sun.
yeah, out of that.
Yeah.
Out of
yeah,
that.
behind that.
So now these two are two worlds.
Yeah.
Corporeal world and Brahma elements in
Yeah.
corporeal world. Now, in between these two worlds, in very small space, subtle world is remaining.
Yeah.
And this subtle world is temporary.
But it is also all around the Earth.
No, it is not all around. Why? I am telling that same point. It is not all around. If Baba, because this is temporary, when Baba has to come in the confluence age, before coming on the earth, Baba creates subtle world. And the subtle world is the lower part of Brahma element, which Baba converts that area as a subtle world.
Yeah.
And in that subtle world, he divides in three parts.
Yes.
Brahma Puri, Vishnu Puri, Shankar Puri. And when Baba descends, after creating subtle world, before that also, he creates subtle body of those three important souls, Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar. Because if you might have seen the picture of three worlds, at the zenith, at the top, Baba is there. And below Baba, beneath Baba, three souls are there. And again, two souls are there, and they all dynasty. So, just below Baba, Brahma, soul of Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, these souls are right hand of Baba. And those souls, Baba take them along with him, and he put them in their body. So the soul world, the incorporeal world, is the home, and the subtle world is the office of Baba. And this corporeal world is the practical workshop where the practical, this establishment of heaven is running. So now if Baba wants, then Baba can do all around the subtle world. But no. Why? Because you see, in many Murli, Baba said that neither soul world becomes vacant, neither this corporeal becomes vacant with the souls. So it means, and Baba also said, when the last soul will arrive, the first soul, Brahma, will depart for soul world. It means, even now also souls are coming down. When the last soul will come, the gate of incorporeal world will open by the nuclear war, and all souls will fly to soul world via subtle world. So subtle world is temporary. Now Baba also says, when we soul come from soul world to here to play our role in this world, earth, so we'll come fresh from soul world, will not get subtle world. But when after destruction, when soul will fly to soul world, all the soul has to pass subtle world. So when the souls are coming now at present, so if Baba makes subtle world all around, so they have to cross subtle world. So that's why Baba doesn't do that. Only Baba takes few space, so that the soul coming now can bypass the subtle world and come directly. Got the point?
Why?
So that's why this subtle world is
But the subtle world is only consciousness.
not conscious, it is practical.
Yeah, but it is created by consciousness.
Conscious is okay, but practically it is there.
Yeah, but it is there because it's in my consciousness. It's there.
Not only consciousness, it is practical there.
Yeah, but it is because I'm creating this. With
You are
my-
not creating. Subtle world Baba creates.
Yeah,
We
but
cannot create.
He's creating it with his knowledge.
Knowledge Baba gives later. But before giving knowledge, before coming on earth, Baba has to create subtle world. Without creating subtle world, he cannot come.
But I think, well, in my understanding, he is having the knowledge, and that is a very subtle world in himself. So he is thinking of our world. So he's bringing this into our world. But if we take this out, we create this subtle world. It's, for me, it works like that.
It may be your churning, but practically what Baba said in Murli, yeah, I have date also.
They
Yeah, in which Murli Baba told, yes,
Oh,
I have
okay.
date. Because I'm not telling in ear. I have solid proof.
yeah okay.
Yeah, it is in Murli. So Baba practically creates subtle world. It is not imaginary and consciousness. No.
No, not
And
imaginary.
not imaginary, it is
No.
practical.
Yes,
Yes.
but it's
If it is not practical, then why in this picture subtle world is shown?
yeah, it is there because if I am subtle because of my thoughts, then I myself am in the subtle world.
You see, when one soul leaves body,
Yeah,
and it takes subtle body of what he left. What body left, that subtle body that soul takes. So even if we don't go subtle world, so even here also it takes subtle body. So is it imaginary? No, it is practical. Then subtle world is also practical. It is not you and I create. It is only Baba who creates. Why? Because that is the office of Baba. Baba needs subtle world. Without subtle world, Baba cannot administrate all this establishment of heaven. Not possible. By remaining in soul world, Baba cannot do that. Baba needs body. Yeah, it is not imaginary, it is practical. So we souls cannot create subtle world. Subtle world created by Baba. Baba emerge our soul to subtle world when Baba wants to grant transvision to his soul. So it is only Baba. So there is subtle world. It is not imaginary.
no,
Yeah.
no, it's not. No, I also think it's not
Pardon?
imaginary. No, Yeah, it is real, but it's subtle. It's subtle.
Yeah, subtle. It is
Yes.
subtle.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely it is subtle,
Yes.
but it is created.
Yes.
It is not that our consciousness is subtle. No, no. What is that consciousness? We don't know consciousness without knowledge.
No, the effect of a pure thought is subtle energy.
Subtle energy, but subtle world is different. Subtle energy is different, subtle world is different.
But my world is a subtle world, so I feel like that. Yeah.
What is your subtle world?
My world of pure thoughts.
That is that thoughts you create.
Yeah.
Okay, you are emerging.
Yeah.
You're emerging. So you have to emerge. But practically subtle world is remaining. It is not there. Do you mean to say that subtle world is not there and your thought is only subtle world? Do you mean that?
Well, when I create pure thoughts, then I feel I'm in a subtle world.
Then you feel.
Yeah.
But do you mean that subtle world is not impractical? Unless and until you emerge your pure thoughts, which means subtle world is not there?
Well, of course, Brahma Baba has created his pure world because he's perfect.
Brahma Baba is not created. It is only Shiv Baba. Brahma Baba cannot create because he is also in the corporeal form.
Yeah, well, when he was perfect, he is created as a pure being. You know?
Yeah, Baba creates that subtle world and he puts that subtle Brahma there. Yeah, because unless and until you understand that, you cannot go forward. So let me stop it here.
One question: Why does Baba don't put souls through this subtle world to the earth?
Why?
Why?
Because that is Baba's office.
Ah.
Without office, administrative work cannot be done. Yes, and those three souls are there with subtle body. Brahma Puri, subtle Brahma, not corporeal Brahma. There are two Brahma. One corporeal Brahma, other subtle Brahma. These two Brahma are different. Yes,
And
it is Baba told in Murli.
is it element ether? Subtle world is element ether.
Ether, above that ether.
Above ether.
Above that ether.
Okay.
So you see, this is corporeal world space. Above that ether, that is the lower part of Brahma element. That is subtle world. And after Baba's work finish, this world merges to the soul world. So it is temporary. So without that, Baba cannot do, because when Baba comes and forms those subtle body, subtle world, then Baba grants transvision to corporeal Lekhraj, Dada Lekhraj. The name Brahma came after 4 years, not immediately. Still Brahma is there, because subtle Brahma and corporeal Brahma, these two Brahma are different, but work is same. The same figure, same face, but souls are different. The two souls are different. Why these two souls are different? Because Baba, since Dada Lekhraj, he also doesn't know that he is Brahma. Until and unless Baba grants transvision. First, Baba granted transvision to Dada Lekhraj of Vishnu. First. Then second, the destruction. And third, the soul world and heaven and all this. So it is only Shiv Baba who can grant transvision. And after he came into conscious that some divine power is coming and doing work through him. And later on he came to know that he is only Shiv Baba is God. Then after 4 years, 1936 conflict starts. In 1940, Baba came in one transistor in Karachi. There Baba renamed Dada Lekaraj as Brahma. Then only he came to know that I am Brahma. Otherwise, till that time, nobody knows that he is Brahma. Everyone calling Om Baba, Om Baba, Om Radhe. Then when Baba renamed as Brahma, then he came to know that I am Brahma. Baba needs my body to establish this world. Otherwise, not. So till he was not, he didn't become Brahma. Even that subtle Brahma is there. So now, to whoever souls Baba wants to grant transmission of Brahma, so now corporeal Brahma, when he didn't become karmati, complete, so when till he was not complete, then Baba grants transmission to of that Brahma to all souls. To know that Baba says, I come there, reach there. So that transmission of that Brahma, because he is complete Brahma. So he is, you can say, he is the backup of this Brahma. And after he becomes complete, then both Brahma are there in subtle world. And light body can merge to each other. When Baba comes here, then he takes complete Brahma and he goes back. Even then, Baba comes Amrit Vela daily. So Baba comes with that complete Brahma. But still that Brahma is still there. It is in Murli. It is there. So shall I continue or stop it?
No, it's okay. Continue.
So now I want to tell this is the complete three world. And our picture is made according to that small space of subtle world. That's why it is cut. That's why this picture is made like that. Otherwise, this is the complete three world.
Yes.
Now the next point comes. This model, Baba made this model in 2012 when scientists and engineering wing was celebrating their silver jubilee celebration. So at that time Baba made the instrument, but Baba made this, gave this idea. So now, but at that time I was not having this much knowledge. Only few points we got. That's why I used to complete within 5 minutes the explanation. But when this model was being made, at that time Baba told me that child, Baba will give you more and more points about this. So now I found many points in such a way that it has developed in 3 sessions, 1 hour each. So now, when in down Shantivan, and just back just behind this stage.
शांति जग में नानी है, शांति की शक्ति से, शांति जग में नानी है, शांति मन.
And down in Shantivan. So their big exhibition stall were there. I was also allotted one stall. So I displayed there. That finished. Then here in Gyan Sarovar, every year after Baba's season over, then different wing conferences used to be here, arranged here. So when in 2013, when again scientists and engineering wing were organizing their conference, at that time again they offered me to display this. So I put this model just in the courtyard of the Harmony Hall outside where we get Toli. That place, I put that model. So many scientists and engineers saw this. Listen me, because I was completing within 5 to 10 minutes. Among them, one scientist, he came to me later and he asked me one question. He put me one question that what you talk about 3 motions of earth. So he told me that first motion is okay, accepted. So second motion, this is also okay. Then he asked me that why third motion happens. And these 2 motions he is accepting. So he asked me why third motion happens. So actually I was not having answer, because Baba told me 3 motions are there, but why it happens Baba didn't told me. So immediately Baba touched me one point. Then again I asked that scientist, that sir, please tell me that why first motion happens. I asked him, he asked me why third motion happens, and immediately I asked him that you tell me first that why first motion happens, because these 2 motions he is accepting. So after listening my question, he kept mum for a while, and after some time he replied me that it is natural. So when the first motion is natural, then all motions become natural. So question finished. He went away. But this question touched my intellect, that really his question is right, because in this corporeal world nothing happens without reason. So earth is rotating, definitely must be reason there. The earth is also revolving, also must be reason there. But I do not know, he doesn't know, it's a different matter. But I must find the answer. And the interesting point is that in this field, scientists could not invent the reason till now. That's why scientists do not have answer. In any book of science, you will never find the reason why earth rotates, why earth revolves. They accept it rotates and revolves, but why? Nobody knows.
No.
Because till now invention was not done.
No.
So, but I need answer. So where from I get it? So I decided to ask Baba in Amrit Bela. So in next Amrit Bela, I gave all news to Baba. Baba, such thing happened. So now I want to know from you that why all these 3 motions are happening. Then I asked Baba, Baba, please tell me that why, first of all you tell me that why first motion happens. Then Baba replied me a unique answer. Baba told me that child, the first motion happens due to Fleming's left hand rule.
Yes.
Fleming's left hand rule. So when Baba replied,
Yes.
I remembered that there are 2 rules I studied in my school life, but I forgot. So that's why I got the answer but couldn't understand. So after finishing Amrit Vela, after finishing Murli and breakfast, I rushed to the internet office here in Gyan Sarovar. Because at that time I was not having mobile and Android like that. It was not available.
No.
So there I searched in Google Fleming's left-hand rule. Then I read it twice, thrice. Then I applied it. Then I could understand really this is only the reason why Earth rotates and why it is always anti-clockwise. Then I could find out. So let me share with you what is that point.
Yeah.
The Flemings, that scientist, his name is Fleming, he invented two rules. One is left hand rule, this posture, and the right hand rule with this posture. So left hand rule, his left hand rule is for electrical motors. It means according to this left hand rule, this principle of left hand rule, electrical motor runs. And according to the right hand rule principle, electricity generates. So right hand rule for generator, left hand rule for motors. So Baba specially mentioned left hand rule. So in his rule, what he says that if the left hand index finger, if this is the direction of magnetic field force, if this is the direction of magnetic field force,
Yes.
and the middle finger, if this is the direction of current flow,
Yes.
when these two energy cut each other in this manner, so one mechanical force will be developed in this direction of thumb.
Yes.
When these two energy will cut each other, then automatically one mechanical force will be developed, and that will be in the direction of thumb.
Yeah.
This is that left hand rule. So now let me apply here. So we know our Earth is a very big magnet, and the North Pole is the positive charge, South Pole is the negative charge. And its magnetic field force will be from positive to negative. It means north to south, and it will be inside. Material is not barrier because it is very subtle. So as we could know yesterday in the first session that everything completes its own circuit. So this will also complete its own circuit. So magnetic field starts from North Pole, runs inside towards the South Pole, and from the South Pole it comes out, and it runs again with the curvature of Earth, and it again comes back to North Pole. The circuit completes, and this circuit will not be only in one way, but in all directions.
Like
Yes.
way.
In all directions,
Yes.
and constant. So this circuit will complete in all direction and constant. So now what he told about this posture, this is the magnetic field force direction. So we soul reside on the surface of Earth. So we cannot understand what is happening inside. So we can understand what is outside. That can be comprehensible. So let us take the outside one. It means the magnetic field which started from north to south, again outside south to north. So let us take outside one, south to north, outward. So it will be this way from bottom to top. So one thing we found one thing, the direction of magnetic field. Now Fleming says this is the direction of current flow. Then I thought that this is not a motor, where from current flow will come. Then Baba told me that the gravitational force is the current flow of this earth. It means the gravitational force can be compared as the current flow. So it is as good as current flow. So two energy we found, magnetic field and gravitation. And gravitational force is also pulling everything towards it in all directions. and constant. So both are all around and constant. This is also all around and constant, and this is also all around and constant. So we got two forces: magnetic field force, gravitational force. And these two forces, when these are cutting in this manner, so definitely, immediately, one mechanical force will be developed, which will be in the direction of thumb. So it is in this direction, gravitation is in this direction, so mechanical force will be developed in the thumb direction. And the direction of thumb is like this means it is anti-clockwise. So that's why Earth always rotates, but always in anti-clockwise. It can never rotate clockwise. So this is the answer Baba gave me, which scientists do not know. So I came to know why Earth rotates. I was full of joy. I was full of joy that Baba gave me new things.
But he does it by himself, huh? The Earth. He goes
Pardon?
like this. He goes on his own, goes like this around.
Yeah, the magnetic field is in this direction.
No, I mean the turning of the Earth. He does constantly like this, no?
Constantly like this.
Yeah.
It can never rotate
No.
clockwise.
Yes.
It is always due to this principle.
Yeah.
So it is always anti-clockwise.
Yeah.
That is why sun seems to rise from
but
the
then
east.
it still is natural.
Pardon?
Then
Yeah.
it still is natural.
Yeah, it is natural. But why natural?
Yes.
It has also
Good.
reason.
Yes.
So this is the reason.
Yes.
That's why this is natural.
That's very nice to know. Yeah, really.
Now, my second question was that why Earth revolves around the sun? So Baba gave me easy answer and I could understand easily. Baba told me that when anything rotates in the space, suppose this space is, Earth is rotating. So anything rotating constantly, definitely it will develop one centrifugal force. So Baba told me that Earth revolves due to centrifugal force. Due to Planck's left-hand rule, it rotates anti-clockwise. And it revolves around the sun due to centrifugal force. So now let me explain you what is that centrifugal force. It is very easy to understand.
Centrifuge.
Centrifugal force.
Yes.
So what is that force?
Yeah.
Let me explain you in very simple word. Let me take a small thread. One thread is there. And in one end, let me tie one small stone. And other end, let me hold it and start rotate. So since the stone is tied, the stone also will rotate, will take round with the thread. But if that stone get loose with the thread, then definitely the stone will be thrown.
Yeah.
So that force of throwing stone is called centrifugal force.
Wow.
So you see, in every house you will find that water pump by which we take water to the tank. So that motor is usually called centrifugal pump because by that principle water reaches to the tank. So now again let us apply here. So if this axis, this center point axis, let us consider that the end of the thread. This is the end of the thread. And the radius of our earth, this is the next end of the thread. Like this. And instead of stone, here soil and water is there. Of course matter is there. So with the matter it is rotating with the matter. And constantly it is rotating. So by its constant movement, definitely one centrifugal force will be developed. And that will tend to push the earth in the direction in which earth is rotating. So that is why the second motion of earth is also in anti-clockwise. The first motion is anti-clockwise and the second motion is also anti-clockwise due to that centrifugal force. Where that centrifugal force develops and it is pushing the globe, pushing the earth in which direction it is rotating. So it is, since this is anti-clockwise, so this is also anti-clockwise. Okay? So now I got both the answers. So I got the answer, I was happy.
Yeah.
And next Amrit Bela, I thank Baba.
Yeah.
He replied me, I could understand. But I asked Baba, Baba, then why third motion happens? I asked Baba, next Amrit Bela. Baba replied me in one word. Baba told me that third motion happens due to the power of sun. Due to the power of sun. So I started churning that the power of sun is only heat and light. So how due to heat and light third motion can be happened? So many days passed I couldn't understand. Then again I went to Baba in one Amrit Bela. Then I told Baba, Baba, I am not able to understand. Please make me clear. Then by one point, Baba made me clear. Of course, it took time, so many days. After then, I could understand that really this is only the reason why third motion happens, and that is due to the power of sun. So what is that? Let me share with you. To understand that, we have to see it from the ground root level. So that is, we know our human life is the combination of two things. One is this corporeal body made of 5 elements. The second thing is the soul residing in it. Soul is immortal, this body is mortal. As long as soul is in the body, life is there. No sooner soul departs, body dead. So we know our body, this corporeal body is made of 5 elements. And we also know what are those 5 elements. Do you know? Can you tell me?
Water, water, earth, fire, ether, and...
Yeah, these are 5 elements we know.
Yeah.
But to understand this, we must also know what is the real sequence of these 5 elements. It means what comes first, what comes next, and why. So let me tell you, say among these 5 elements, the real sequence is this. The first comes earth element. There's the soil. First comes soil. The next sequence comes water. And third comes air. And fourth comes fire. Fire means sun. Because sun is the biggest fire. And it is the source of heat and light. And fifth comes space. So this is the real sequence of 5 elements. Earth, water, air, fire and space. So now again, why it is like this? It is like this because we have to go from gross to subtle. So among these 5 elements, the earth element is a gross element. It is a solid one. So earth element is a solid one. It is a gross one. And the water element is more subtle than the soil. And the air element is more subtle than the water. And the fire element is more subtle than the air. And the space element is more subtle than the fire.
Do you mean ether by space?
Yeah, ether means space. So now this is the real sequence. The soil, water, air, fire and ether. Okay. So now to understand this more clearly, there are two scientific principles are there working behind this. The first principle is the thing which is more subtle will be more powerful. The thing which is more subtle will be more powerful. And the second scientific principle is the thing which is more subtle will have vast working field.
And what are the names of these principles?
Pardon?
They have names, like
The first principle,
they have a name, yeah.
yeah, it is Baba said in Murli also. Yeah.
But does it have a name, like the
Name.
left
It
hand?
has no name.
Oh, okay.
The thing is the first what is that principle? Because in science they don't say, but Baba said in Murli. In one Abhid Bani it is there. Baba said the thing which is more subtle will be more powerful. And the second principle is the thing which is more subtle will have vast working field. So now again let us apply again in the sequence. You see, we knew that the soil is a gross element, is solid one. So, and this our land, soil is scattered over the globe. And if you collect all those soil in one place, imaginary, so that whole soil will be in one unit volume. And the water is all around the globe. So water is 3 times more, whereas the soil is one unit, and the water is 3 times more. So water is more subtle, more powerful, and 3 times bigger than the soil, the working field. It has vast working, 3 times more working field than the soil. Now the air is more subtle, more powerful, and very vast. It has very vast working field comparing to the water. It has spheres, and the last we find ozone layer, and above that no air is there. And the fire is more subtle, more powerful, and vast working field than comparing to the air. Because sun emits heat and light and provides heat and light to each and every planets and stars. So it has a very vast working field, and remaining is only ether, the space. So now, since all the planets work together with a gravitational principle, that's why it has also a limit. It is not like that within all space the stars and moons, stars and planets are there. No, it has a limit. So now remaining the space. So space is more powerful and have vast working field area compared to the fire. Now what is the space actually is? As Baba used to say in Murli, that without name and form nothing exists. So this is space. We say polar, space, sky. So in English this is called cosmos. This is cosmos. So since this is an element, definitely it will have its own energy. So this space, which is called cosmos, it has its energy which is called cosmic energy. That cosmic energy, the energy of the space. So the same cosmic energy is called ether in other words. So ether and cosmic energy is not different thing, it's the same. So now,
may I ask if just say that if you would speak more soft, I can listen longer. Otherwise, can you imagine? If you would lower.
explain
No, your voice, if it would be
Oh.
more, yes.
Acha, my voice is loud.
Yeah, and it makes impression on me. You know?
Okay. I
Sorry.
Doesn't matter. Thank you.
Okay.
So now we could know that the cosmic energy is called ether. So now we got the sequence. Now our sequence. Now let me give one more example to understand it more clear. So suppose we take a piece of chalk. Suppose you take a piece of chalk and rub it on floor or any stone. The whole chalk piece will become powder. And if you take the infinitesimal point of that chalk, which cannot rub further. So similarly, in the earth element, the infinitesimal point is called atom. And since the water is more subtle than the soil, so the infinitesimal point of water will be more subtle than atom. And the air, that infinitesimal point of that air will be more subtle than that more infinitesimal point of that water. And the fire is more subtle, and the infinitesimal point of that fire will be more subtle than that point of air. And again, the infinitesimal point of that cosmic energy will be more subtle than that point,
Yes.
infinitesimal point. So now we got things. Now here our sequence doesn't stop here. So more subtle than the space is Brahma element, the incorporeal world, that is the sixth element. 5 element is here within corporeal world, and the sixth element is above that, and that is never ending. So that infinitesimal point of Brahma element will be more subtle than that point of ether.
Yes.
So now, and it is never ending. And again, our sequence also doesn't stop here. More subtle than that infinitesimal point of Brahma element, I soul, you soul, you soul. Soul is more subtle than that infinitesimal point of Brahma element. So, I, the soul, is very powerful, and my working field is all these three worlds. I, soul, can reside in soul world also, can come in subtle world, can take body in this corporeal world. In the ascending order. Now again we will see this descending order. So you see, among these three worlds, we found that Shiv Baba, God Shiva, is omnipotent. And when soul resides in the soul world, soul remains as they are in sleeping mode. Take rest. It means soul becomes inactive in soul world. But whereas only Shiv Baba is only there, who is always active, remaining in soul world. So Baba has all 7 qualities as we soul have. So with all 7 qualities, Baba charges a Brahma element. And Brahma element is an element. It is not conscient one. So that's why Brahma element cannot receive all 7 qualities. Only Brahma element is only able to receive only 2 qualities from Baba. That is peace and purity. So Brahma element has only 2 qualities, peace and purity. And lower than Brahma element is the space. And the space is it comes under the jurisdiction of our corporeal world. So we knew yesterday that our corporeal world has 3 specialities: light, sound, and motion. When there is where there is motion, peace cannot exist there. So, but where there is motion, or space element, ether element, receive those purity in transformed manner. How? You see, the purity is a positive value. It means purity in the sense of positivity, and positivity in the sense of clockwise. Positive is always clockwise. That is why our space element receives purity in the form of clockwise. So our ether, the cosmic energy, is always clockwise, and low powerful then space is the fire, that is sun. So that is why, because that cosmic energy is clockwise, that is why the heat and light, the ray of sun is bent clockwise. It cannot turn anti-clockwise. So that when that ray touches the end of the space and comes forward, and it tends to return to sun, but it cannot go in the form of heat and light. When after traveling long distance, the intensity of the heat and light, that power cools down. Immediately, we know that in sun, 2 gases are all constantly exploding, the hydrogen and helium. When the same is transformed as heat and light, when the same intensity of that heat and light will finish, it will cool down, immediately again those heat and light will again convert into those gases of hydrogen and helium. When these 2 gases are converted, immediately sun pulls those gases, because to become immortal, sun needs those 2 gases. So suppose this is an object. If light of sun falls on this object, so light cannot push this object. If heat falls on this object, heat cannot push this object. But if the force of gases fall on this object, definitely that object will be pushed. According to this principle, when Earth comes in this position, due to that cosmic energy clockwise, heat and light clockwise, and the force of gas is clockwise. So when at the maximum flow of cosmic energy, heat and light, and that gas will be from that end to this end. Because I told you, the space is a 3D spherical area. It is this way round, this way round, and this way round. So definitely from this end to this end, this will be the maximum space will be there to flow. So when maximum space will be there to flow, definitely that heating power will be, pushing power will be more. So when Earth comes in this position, because that is clockwise, that's why that gas force will push North Pole here, and it will go back. And when the same Earth will flow this way, so that pushing power will be less here, less, and here it will be 0. And when it comes there, so it will push the South Pole, and it will push forward. And when after comes again, it becomes 0, and when again it start pushing North Pole. So that's why by that pushing of the gases to the pole, that's why the whole orbit shifts. So this is the same reason what Baba told, that the third motion happens due to the sun, power of sun. Om Shanti, second session is over here.